Chagiga Perigimel Mishnah. We are now continuing with our list of those things which are more chomo by truma than they are by kodesh. And our Mishnah tells us, Min ha-moidiin v'lifnim. And there are several girusois here, whether the word is moidiis, moidiim, or moidiin. In any event, it's all the same, it's the name of a town. So, the Mishnah is telling us, Min ha-moidiin v'lifnim. From the town of Moidiim inwards. Moidiin was a town which was 15 mil from Yerushalayim. And the Mishnah is telling us that from that band from the town of Moidiin inwards towards the town of Yerushalayim, Ne'emonin al kli cheres, amaratzim, people who are ignorant of the halachas of Tumah and Tahara, people who mean well but they don't keep all the halachas of Tumah and Tahara properly, are believed regarding the Tahara of a kli cheres that they are selling. Kli cheres is pottery, it's earthenware, and earthenware was very important in the times of the Beis HaMikdash because kodshim were cooked and kept in a kli cheres. A kli cheres, you'll recall, is a keli which is not metama from the outside. If something tomei touches a kli cheres from the outside, the inside remains tahoi. It only becomes tomei from the inside if something tomei falls into the kli cheres. Therefore, it was a good place and a good way to store or to cook kodshim. The pasuk in Tzav tells us also that once you have cooked a piece of kodshim in an earthenware vessel, in yeshove, it has to be broken. Therefore, the rate of attrition of kli cheres in Yerushalayim was quite strong and quite fast, and you needed to buy constantly, you need a constant supply of new kli cheres when you were dealing with kodesh. Therefore, under the normal rules, if we would continue to say that we do not trust Amaratzim for anything, and we cannot buy a kli cheres from an Amoritz because we suspect that maybe it's Tomei, it would be extremely difficult for the people living in Yerushalayim who would need to constantly buy new supplies of a kli cheres. The Gemara tells us also in Chagiga that pottery kilns were not allowed to be built in Yerushalayim because the smoke that comes out of them would blacken the walls of Yerushalayim and it would spoil the beauty of the city of Yerushalayim. So there was a shortage of a kli cheres unless Chazal said that we actually relax the prohibition against buying from an Amoritz, and from the town of Moidiim inwards towards Yerushalayim, we accept the contention of the Amoritz that this kli cheres was created in a state of Tahara and was finished in a state of Tahara, and we are allowed to buy the kli cheres from him. Min ha-Moidiim v'lachutz, but says the Mishnah, from the town of Moidiim outwards, away from Yerushalayim, ein ne'emonim. We don't believe the Amoritz for his kli cheres, and we say, just like everything from an Amoritz, we suspect that it is Tomei, and we are not prepared to accept it from him. Ketzad, how so, says the Mishnah, how does this work? Hakado, the potter, shehu moicha hakaderos, who is selling his pottery wares, nichnas lifnim min ha-moidiim, and he's entering within Moidiim, from Moidiim inwards towards Yerushalayim. Hu hakado, that very potter, that specific Amoritz, v'hein hakaderos, and those specific pots, v'hein haloichim, and those specific purchasers of the pots, who saw the Amoritz entering from Moidiim inwards, and saw those very pots that he's bringing in with him, Ne'emon, he is believed, and they can buy those pots. But it can only be that potter who was seen, and his own pots, those pots that he himself has, not pots that he got from some other potter, and the pots themselves that were actually seen by the buyers coming in from Moidiim to Yerushalayim, those he was believed on, and they could buy them and use them with their kodshim. Yotza, but if this potter went out from Moidiim, away from Yerushalayim, Einoi Ne'emon, he is no longer believed, even on those very same pots. He's only believed to sell pots to a chover from Moidiim inwards to Yerushalayim. V'ad kan, Mishnah Hey.